Hey yo, what's going on everybody? It's Tylarius aka Ty Killington. Yeah, man. And in today's video, man, I gotta be talking about this, dude. What? Listen, Rockstar is going through some things right now. We're gonna be talking about how they have totally fumbled this whole entire GTA Trilogy Definitive Edition release, okay? Rockstar was in some hot water for a while in regard to lack of communication and then them suing, modders and taking down modding, I guess programs for the game. Okay, and they come out with the GTA trilogy. They start releasing some screenshots, and they start getting some favorable, I guess you could say charity from the community. Okay, and it all seems like all is right. Everybody was all up in arms over with Rockstar, and then they finally give us some information about the trilogy, the definitive edition, and it's felt like people were like, it's okay, Rockstar. Thanks for doing this. Let's get fired up and have a good time. So that changes real quick, okay? And before we go any further in this video, make sure you guys are subscribed, turn on notifications, make sure you drop a like if you enjoy the video, and let me know what you think in the comments down below, all right, about this whole entire thing. So the trilogy comes out, it's released, people are digging, they're eating it up, they love it, okay? We're playing the game, and slowly a few things start kind of popping up. There's some bugs, some glitches. The rain, the infamous rain in the game is a little overwhelming. Um, I already said the graphics I didn't think were that big of a deal. I mean, it looks nice, it's polished, it's here and there, but for me, honestly, it's too cartoony, it's too Robloxy, it's too Batman Lego, and that was whole. But that's not a deal breaker for me personally. But other people were starting to kind of like, okay, this looks a little weird here and there. So, but again, it was overall favorable. Okay. At the beginning of the release, Sony had messed up a few things. Certain countries were able to play the game early. I was able to play these games earlier than what they were supposed to be out. I was playing GTA 3. I was live streaming it, a whole day before it was allowed to be, apparently, right? And then on the day of release, Rockstar Games does not have the definitive edition available on Steam. You have to purchase, or not purchase, but you have to download the Rockstar Games launcher. It's like Rockstar's own version of Steam, right? So that's where you get the PC version of this from. However, because certain countries already had access to this, there were a few things on Twitter being leaked out. Apparently, some game files and music tracks that they have lost licensing to were in the game. Now, they were locked behind the code, right? But obviously, modders could, get these and play them. Now, the music is one thing, right? But again, this is a remastered version of games that are over a decade old, in some cases 2 decades old, at GTA 3, and you're a multi-billion-dollar company. Now, listen, I've always tried to play devil's advocate. I've given credit where credit's due, and I've obviously given criticism where criticism is due. But the other piece of this puzzle is the is the hot coffee mod that was in San Andreas when it came out. Again, it was locked behind the coding, but people were able to pull this out. And if you don't know what the hot coffee mod was, it was a little mini game that Rockstar had put into a game where basically you could have sex with the character, in the game. It cost Rockstar like $20 million because modders were able to get this out and do this, and they were able to dig into the files. But lo and behold, in the remastered version of this game, the hot coffee mini game is still here. What is. I don't understand this. How do you possibly. Something that has been removed from the game. And I know this is a remastered, but do you not just double check? And why would it even be in a remastered version? So, because of this, because they've got music files that are hidden behind code, and modders can get in there and get them out, and because they have this hot coffee sex game that's in there, and again, modders can dig through the code and get it out and play it, right? They had to shut down for maintenance, air quote, On the release day, they had to shut down their Rockstar Games launcher for this. All right. So for over a day, for like it was like 30 hours plus or something like that. If you had already bought the game and pre-downloaded or whatever, you couldn't play it from the. If you were on console, you're fine. You could play away. But if you were on PC, you had no access to it. Even when the Rockstar Games launcher came back up, you were still unable to basically play any games from the Rockstar Games launcher. So, what in the hell are they doing? I don't understand any of this. How could any of this even happen? Right? And again, I'm a console player. I've got no skin in the game for the PC thing. That's not my angle. My angle is holy shit, you are a triple A studio. You are again, people you hear people say this all the time, but you are billions, you're worth billions of dollars. Okay? And everybody is entitled to their fair share of mistakes. That's not what I'm saying. But this is so blatantly obvious. There's just so much it's just like you guys it's just like Rockstar just copy and pasted, put a little like mod facelift on here and just rolled with it and let it go. There's no quality assurance, no quality control. If there was, certain things were just blatantly overlooked. Okay. Anyways, so I did a poll on my YouTube community page because I wanted to find out, what people felt about this whole entire, definitive edition release. Okay, and the results were not, I wasn't surprised by them, but I was a little bit, taken back by one particular thing. And let me show you this. So in the poll, I asked a simple question. So how do you feel Rockstar Games has handled this GTA Trilogy Definitive Edition release? All right. Now I knew the general outcome would be negative because it's happening right, during all this firestorm and it's just all this chaos. Okay. But the questions are the answers I give, right? Good and bad, that's simple. But I also paired them up with as expected or did not expect this, which that will, each one of those answers would go hand in hand with the good and the bad. And what really took me back was not the fact that only 7% of the people thought that they handled this well or good, but only 31% said that Rockstar handled this badly. 52% of people said that this is what they expected. That is terrible. Okay? So basically, the psychology behind the answers I've given to the question for the poll, people aren't upset with the way this happened. They're more disappointed. And that's even worse. I mean, look at this. It's an 83% of negative connotation to this question. 31% of people thought it was a bad, and then 52% said as expected. They just simply expected it to go down like this. And I felt that that was just incredible. The psychology behind this is very telling. So as of today, Take Two stock is down 5%, rightfully so. It should be because of how they've handled this. And this is after they took a nice little jump because they were getting some goodwill for some of the things they were doing. So it's not like Rockstar can't please its community. It's almost like they're just like, hey, here, take this pill. Whether you're sick or not, you're going to like it. Get out of here. And just, so I just thought that was a very interesting thing. I wanted to make a video on this and comment about it. And I want you guys, I mean, how do you feel about this? Do you think that poll is a solid representation? I feel it is. I really do. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Thank you all so much for coming out. Make sure you subscribe to my channel for the ills for reals content in the game. Smash that like button. See you guys in the next one, all right, man? Peace out. Yeah.